9.
Morning sun lights the day, Pat and Brian on the way. Stories of a small town life. Sports and joy cut like a knife. Hot stove leading full chat. High school dreams and college stats. Wednesday morning tales unfold. Memories and news retold. Tune in B1039. Curry's voice and life's sweet line. Sheriff Miller by his side. Lively blue grass. Hearts alive.
Brought to you by Big Rapids Tire, Zott's Bar and Grill, Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes, M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing, and by M&M Collision Center. All right, well, here comes Pat. I thought we had to start with Casey here this morning, because Pat was not in the room yet, but now he is.
My hands.
Well, it's good to have
clean hands when I came in here and shake Casey's hand for doing a great job with the guns this year at the buck pole. We had another good year there. Like seeing a few more bucks in there, but it's kind of inconvenient for people to bring in them big bucks sometimes. But the ones that did bring them in, we appreciated them, and we got some great prizes for them. And then again this year we had drawings for, was it 3 guns, Casey?
Yep. Same as last year.
Yeah, and we sold tickets at $10 a piece. Sold quite a few of them, and all that proceeds go to a couple of not charities but sports programs here in Big Rapids. The wrestling program that Sean Cassidy, our guest here this morning with us, and he's going to get some money from Casey here in the company, and then the other one is Rocket Football.
Yep, I've got a hold of, I left a message for Monica, and then I did get a hold of Kayla Dukes, and I was going to give her a call. She's ready for a phone call shortly to let her know about that check. I kind of told her a little ahead of time, but those are the 2 that we picked this year. What did we do last? We did like Little League and then Ice Dogs, and this year we went with a duel with My Way Wrestling and the Rocket Football.
Yeah. Well, what's nice about Casey is it's unexpected. They didn't expect this extra little money to help their programs. And, my hat's off to Sean here. I've known him since he was a young man, young student at the high school there when we moved in the neighborhood. Hell, when you were only probably 2-3 years old. But anyway, really, some people impressed me what they turn out to be, and he sure has. He's really taking responsibility on these young kids in the wrestling programs and keeps them out of trouble, keeps them off the OTV, keeps them off their phones and stuff, and teaches them self-defense, later in life, the way it's going right now, it might be needed. Good morning, Sean.
Morning.
Yeah. I'm kind of sober right now because leaving the parking lot at Curries from the guys, I was all happy and everything, but I looked at the marquee, and a lot of times, believe it or not, I'm not the only one to put stuff up there, and it said, pray for the Larry Patrick family. I've known Larry for many, many years, and I didn't know he passed, and like all the other Patricks, it's kind of funny. It's not a name that has left Big Rapids by any means, but it kind of has. A lot of people, there's not a lot of Patricks right now around, is there anymore? And that was a big name for a lot of years, and it still is a big name with the Curries because we knew the Patricks. Glenn Patrick was a State Farm insurance guy, and I believe Larry's his brother. And they're all from out in Woodville area. Larry lived out there on, I think it was Elm, right around the curve on M20 there. So I had a nice little farm there, and gosh, he was just one of those unsung heroes that he worked hard for what he got and enjoyed life. He had a nice little farm there, and he gave what he could and always helped out when he could, and just an American man. I just was stunned when I saw his name up there. But we are getting older, and gosh, Randy Schuberg leaving us, and Jan Brown, Simon there leaving us, and now Larry is just like, wow. Don't want to be my turn right away, so I got to get my spirits up here a little bit, and maybe Casey and Sean can help me there because it's just unbelievable how nasty some people are. And do they realize that you might be gone tomorrow? I mean, geez, wake up and enjoy every day. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm sorry to hear about Larry, though, and keep him in the family in your prayers. Larry would be, I believe Roxanne ran from Zot's Bar's uncle. Larry was her mother, Joy, were sister and brother. Joy was a beautiful lady, beautiful inside and out, but she left us years ago. But they're related to a lot of people, so it'll be a big funeral, that's for sure. And it should be. He needs to be a great tribute to him. All right, so today our guest is Under Sheriff Casey, if you don't mind me calling you that,
Sure.
Casey.
Sure.
And then Sean Cassidy, and I think Casey invited somebody else with the
Rocket football game.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it's been kind of fun again. You know, it's kind of interesting how many people deer hunt. There isn't as many as there used to be. That's for sure. And the bucks weren't out this year like they were. But, boy, we got some really nice pictures of a lot of them. And some people were offended by the buck pole. But you know what? It's just been a tradition for a lot of years in Mecosta County, let alone western Michigan and northern Michigan. So we're just going to do it every year as we can. We don't really hang them up there and let them bleed out. And, oh, my gosh, we can't have that happening, right? So we just come in, hang them up, take a picture, send them on their way, and we went ahead and scored them. At this time, I'm going to give a couple of checks to Casey. Big Rapids Pennzoil was a big factor in the prizes. I got a check from them this morning, and then KNK, Kim Wells and Kevin Wells down there, and Chris, their son, down there, KMK. So there you go. I'll let you talk about that, because you know what I forgot to bring is the list of the buck pole people. So I'm going to call and have somebody drop that off. So I'm going to let you take the mark.
Sure.
Buck, you talk.
Sure. Being our third year, when Pat and I started this, I think you came to me, Pat, 3 years ago and said, hey, well, you think a buck pole would go well? And I said, well, if you give prizes to anybody, it's going to work. But the first one we'll talk about is the 3-gun raffle that we did at the counter. And we normally do that. That one goes from November 1st through the 30th. We start that out, and basically it's the same thing we do every year. We give it to a sports group. And Sean, we picked My Way Wrestling because I've got a wrestling background. And I know I didn't have any of my kids go through it, but I know some of my friends' kids go through My Way. For My Way, explain kind of how it started and what you guys do.
So I took over the program probably, I think this is my 5th year now. The wrestling program was hurting for a while. We didn't have a lot of numbers. We didn't have the volunteers, the coaches, so we couldn't promote, bringing in the athletes. So I decided to take it over. My wife and I helped Monica Repke out, who is, bless her heart, she's spread thin. She's with the Rocket program.
Sure.
She's with the hockey program. She just does a lot for our community and volunteers a lot of her time. So I took it over, started working with some kids. I think we had 8 kids when I first started in the program. My idea is I'm going to bring this program up. I'm going to do everything that I can because I want to see the high school level get where it needs to be. I want to see the middle school level get where it needs to be. So we started doing some training. I brought in some really good coaches, some parents that come into it. We all started working out of it. In 5 years program, we are up to 8 state champions now, 63 state placers. I've got 7 national champions on our program. We are running between we're in at 80 to 100 kids that we train now. Our high school level's up to 30 some kids in the program. When I first started the program, they were 4 or 5 kids. Same thing with the middle school. They're up over 30 wrestlers now at the middle school level.
Nice.
And these guys are training a lot and dedicating. The families are coming together. The unity of everybody around us, it's been amazing to watch the growth and where everybody's going from it. I started up a all-year program because a lot of the parents are like, we really want our kids to go all year. So I started up what we call Northern Power Pin Academy. So I train a couple weeks during the summer, bring in some kids. We'd travel around the states, do some tournaments, some big tournaments. So bringing the youth together and the wrestling programs really benefited not just, the youth, but the high school, the middle school. We're trying to bring everybody as one and do something special with it.
Yeah,
So
it's when I remember back in like 90, 95, 96, we had the middle school football programs. Before Rocket football started, we had like the green, white,
red,
and
blue.
Yep, I
Yeah.
coached that, and but I knew that they wanted high school stuff kind of introduced a little bit, like the level of play that we were doing, and it's only going to benefit those kids as they get up if the more exposure at a younger age
Yes.
with that sport. And with wrestling, you know, as a wrestling background, that starts early. It can start at age 5. It started at age 6.
Yep. I trained starting at the age of 4.
Yeah, so it starts early, and a lot of programs out there, or kids in rural areas, don't have anything until they almost get into junior high.
Yes.
If they don't get into a private program like this. So what are the age groups right off the bat for?
We start
For
training
Maui.
at the age of 4, and I train them all the way up to the age of 18.
Gotcha.
So it's a widespread age group.
Nice.
It's kind of nice when you see, like last night in practice, you know, you got the kid, he's 4 years old, shows up and sits on the edge of the mat, kind of cries, doesn't really want to get out. And, you know, you talk to mom and dad, just give me some time with them. And before they're done, they don't want to leave. They want to stay and wrestle, and they don't want to go home. So
Right.
to see that growth and that bond, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a great program, and with the youth, and I'm not surprised that it's going to pick up, because with the MMA
Yes.
and the popularity from the years gone by. I can remember when I watched it, when it first came out, it was underground. You couldn't even watch it on regular TV.
Yep.
And the way it's gotten popular, and how prevalent wrestling is in that. Most of your major fighters are, you know, they've got that wrestler background.
Yep.
So I'm glad that that's picking up. So what we did with you guys, when we sold these tickets, how it works is every year we sell them, we pile them in a pile, and we draw the tickets out of it. The first person we draw gets a choice of the whichever one. We try to give them a call, see if they're, you know, which one they want, and then the next guy gets what's left. So we've had a great success with this, Pat. I mean, it's been a perfect program for each group that we've given it to. We've got the list of everybody, and we've got your tickets. So I think we should draw one. I think we should draw one. See if we can get them on the phone, and to, you know, let them know that they help.
I have to do it, or you want to do it? Or
No, you do it.
All right.
You do it. I'll do the dialing. How's that?
All right, let's dig in and just rip one out of the middle. What do you think, Bob?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
I like it.
Right out of the middle, Pat. Here's number one, the first choice.
I need a timpani here.
Yeah, I've got.
It must be mine. You can't read it.
There you go.
Well, I think
it's
it's.
Pat Curry. Yeah.
Well, they used their first name. It says Braden, and I think Boiler. And I've got a phone number.
All right. Well, we can dial that.
Yeah. Now let's call Braden. He is 616.
Oh no! We won't put the. number
Oh,
on
well,
here.
we won't put the whole thing on
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Let me see.
I'll
that.
just let you see it.
Yeah. There we go.
Then
Boy,
he'll
you
get.
can't say his number.
Well, no, heck,
Well, you know.
you'll get telemarketers.
No, I don't know why.
Yeah.
No, I
All right. So let me dial this.
All right, we'll call Braden. See if he's up and around.
So, Sean, how many years you been doing it now?
I've been coaching for 5 years, running the program for 5 years for the youth program. So
Who was head of it before you?
Monica Repke is the one that kind of headed it off, and she just was trying to pick coaches and bring somebody in to kind of help out.
Nobody
So
ever had it.
Nobody
done
really
before.
took it over.
See, that's Roger Steig up in Reed City. He's had a
Yeah.
youth program for 100 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
He's
he's
been around a long
good.
time.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
No,
boy.
we'll leave a message.
Okay.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Braden, this is Casey with the Lakeside Armory Barrett Firearms. I'm here with Pat Curry. We drew your name out of the pot for the Curry's Buck Pull, the 3-gun challenge. You're the number one draw, so you need to give me a call back. And once you do that, we'll have you to pick one of those 3 guns. Give me a call back. That's my business number for Barrett Firearms is 231-250-7257.
All right. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
well, that's number
Now
one.
you're going to get telemarketers. You just gave.
I got
Well,
them.
that's
You know,
his business number.
that's
So
a
that's
business
okay.
number. Yeah, they can have that. They can throw that everywhere.
Yeah.
So what we'll
Tell
do,
all your friends.
Right.
what we'll do is,
Yeah. Go on.
who knows how long? We'll draw all 3, and we'll just know what order they're gonna go. They're gonna go in. I drew that one, Pat. You should draw that one, but it's not a break.
All right. I'll
You
draw
got to
one.
dig in there and get something out of the middle.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, if we get them, we have to immediately tell them
Julie
there.
Stevens.
Julie? Yep.
Julie Stevens.
Yeah.
But just tell them immediately they're on the radio.
Oh, yeah. Make sure they know.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, what? So, like I see in the Pioneer today, Chippewa Hills, after another championship year, they have a pretty good program. too,
Yeah,
huh?
Chip Hills has ran the conference for a number of years in a row now. All I got to say is the tides are turning.
Are they?
The tides are turning. Big Rapids is looking to put some stuff together this year. They got a great lineup. They're filling weight classes.
Yeah.
A lot of young kids stepping up to the plate. It looks like it's going to be a really good season for a lot of local teams.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, how come his voice is so clear and he's a foot away from the mic?
I know. Yeah.
You have reached a
Hold on.
cellular voicemail box. Please leave your name, number, and state the nature of your business. In addition, you can also text at this phone number.
Oh, I'll have to text her.
Cool.
Hello, Julie. Julie Stevens. This is Casey and Pat, Lakeside Armory, Curries Amico. We're calling you. We're on the radio this morning. You won the second draw off the the buck pole at Curries. You were the second one drawn, so you have a choice of 2 guns. And if you get back to us, we can pick out one that you picked, and we'll put that aside. So, Julie, give me a call back. Call me at the Barron Farms Training Center at 231-250-7257, and we might shoot you off a text here quick in case that gets to you quicker. You have a good day.
All right. That's number 2.
Yeah, number 2. All right, here it is.
Come on, Joe. Come on in.
Third one, Joe. No.
Joe Bayshot.
Joe Bayshot. Hey,
We don't have to call him.
No, he's right here. All right, got one. Hold one up. And the third one.
Big Rapids. Could you get somebody from Big Rapids?
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
There was a lot.
his voice is the right tone, I guess,
Yeah,
to
I
get
know,
picked
I
up by
see
that
that,
microphone.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, we sold a lot of tickets. So a lot of
Yeah, we did.
This is looks like Bree Fogel.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
see if we can bring her up, huh?
All right, dialing for dollars here.
So, Sean, who's your heavyweight this in high school? Are you working with high school students too?
No, I work with a lot of them. I try to stay out of the high school room as much as possible because my own kids are wrestling with the high school level. So
They are already?
yeah, I
What
got a
grade they in?
junior. Hunter's a junior this year, wrestling at 120 pounds, and Megan, she's our varsity wrestler as a freshman at 106 pounds. So
Wow.
yeah, I got 2 of them in there, so I kind of let the high school coaches do their thing, so I don't intervene. And
Who's heavyweight out there?
we got 4 heavyweights in the room.
Wow.
So
Okay, well.
Hello?
Hey,
Okay.
Do we have Bree on the phone?
Is this Bree?
This is?
Hi, I got to tell you right now, you're live on B1039 with Pat Curry and Casey Nemeth.
Bree, I'm calling you today. We drew your name as the number 3 draw for the Curry's buck pole.
Awesome.
Yeah, did you fill out a ticket right there at Curry's Amico in Big Rapids?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, we've got you. We've called the number. You're the number 3 pick. We've talked to the other 2's voicemails and left them a message, but you have the 3rd pick. We're going to talk to the other ones and get their picks, but you are number 3. So it's real easy. What I'll do is when I get hold of both of those, we'll call you back and tell you which one it was, and then you and I will make arrangements to meet up to pick that up.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and I'll big one.
There you go. Thank you. I was hoping you'd get
Is that
excited about it.
Is that Shannon in the background?
That is my supervisor, Mr. Clump, at the ISD.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, that's
Tell Mark I said hello. And thanks for buying $100 worth of tickets, Mark. I know you probably did, but you didn't win. But you are a winner. Yeah.
He called you a winner, though.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's great. Yep, Bree, I will be in contact with you, and once we get the information on the 3rd gun, and we'll meet up and take care of it.
And you know, Casey.
All right, awesome.
The
Thank
nice
you so
thing is,
much.
Bree, the 3rd gun is a little BB gun.
No.
Sweet. That's okay. I need another one anyway.
It's better than nothing.
There you go.
No, I'm just teasing.
Bree, congratulations. Thanks for playing. Appreciate it.
Thank
Well,
you
that
so
was
much.
fun.
Bye.
Yeah.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
that was cool. We got some winners there this morning. Thanks, Casey, for allowing us to get some good guns. What are the guns again? What?
Yeah, the ones for that one and the 3-gun, that was Winchester SXP Shadow 12-gauge pump, full bird gun. The other one was the ATI Omni Hybrid. It was an AR style rifle. And the last one was a deer rifle. It was a Savage Axis 2 with an Axis 2 trigger system on it. It's a 6.5 Creedmoor. And those were the 3 that, for these red ticket ones. Now, the ones that we gave away for the buck pole, and we did the very top deer got the mount.
Yeah, if that. Remember last year that
Kinda
guy
traded.
Yeah, a guy traded it.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
the big prize is the mount.
Yeah.
And then there's 5 solid weapons, and we gave them for I believe 10, 8, 6, 4, and oddball.
Yeah.
So you had 5 guns. So if you brought a 6-point in and you were the top 6-point, you won a gun.
Yeah.
If you top 4, I mean you got to bring your deer in. I kept telling people, just bring it in. And you've got a shot because you don't know if somebody's even going to bring one in.
Right. I mean, there was a lot of big bucks I saw on Facebook that they didn't bring them in. I don't know why they wouldn't. It's too bad. But we did have a lot of bucks this year. And not a lot of bucks, but quality bucks. And, more importantly, we had quality people bringing them in, good old Americans that get out there and get some venison for the families, Did you have was it down a little bit this
It
year?
was.
on your deer?
I cut a lot of deer up for people, and we stayed extremely busy. But I talked to a lot of hunters, like thousands of hunters this year that stopped in just to see how everything's going. And a lot of it, statewide, they were just saying the numbers were low. People weren't seeing as many deer as they normally do. A lot of them were passing on a lot of the smaller bucks, waiting for that big one that they just never really sealed the deal. Do I assume it's going to pick up now that, we're getting into muzzle and late doe season? People are going to start shooting some does, filling their freezers,
Yeah.
But a lot of people said that the numbers were down. They just weren't seeing the deer.
The cars are up. Car deers are up.
Oh,
There, boy. Jesus.
well, then let's stop and reflect on that because 2 of our big sponsors were M&M Collision right here in Big Rapids. Matt, Justin, Trish, and Devin. Forever thankful for them to jumping in there. M&M Collision, they're a big sponsor for us. So if you hit a deer, stop and see them. And the other one was AS or whatever. I call them JR Collision north of town there. So you have a great collision shop up there that really supports the buck pole too. So those 2 collision centers, if you hit a deer, think of those 2 because if it wasn't for those 2 body shops, M&M and JR, this program wouldn't be possible. We wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Yeah.
And we have other ones too we're going to mention throughout the hour, and one is Sam's Disposal, Asphalt, D&J Asphalt, Jeff Mayo, their brother-in-law. Let me think, Seth Wenger, Insurance on Perry Street, Schuberg Insurance. Tyler, thank you very much, Schuberg Insurance, for being a sponsor. And
You've got, I think we said Ben.
wait a minute, this is like the Jerry Lewis telethon. My voice, I'm getting tired, so now you're going to go on.
Yeah.
We'll call you Billy.
Yeah, that's where we're at with Chuck and Meredith's. We do a lot of their service out there for the sheriff's office. You've got those guys out there. You Big Rapids, Pennzoil, Century 21 out in Canadian Lakes. That's their
Sheriff's wife, Heather Miller.
Yep, Heather Miller. She's got us all got that donation to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like again, Sue Bean's always
Sue Bean's big one.
She's a big,
She's the
big
big one.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Can't get a better couple between her and Carmen.
I know it.
Can't get a better couple to be around. But,
Very generous.
yeah, so those guns that the 5 that we've got, all of them are quality guns. If they would have brought a deer in, you've got a chance at a Mossberg Patriot Predator Strata. That was the 450 Bushmaster. There was another AR style Diamondback Carbon DB15. That's the AR style weapon. The Winchester XPR. That's a deer rifle with a 6.5 Creedmoor. We actually throw in a Pointer Acurus 12 gauge over and under. That's got all the competition chokes in it. That's in there. And then one of the top guns was the Howa M1500 Game Pro, the 243. So there's a mixed bag of really nice long guns in this for the winners. And I know they came in and got scored, Pat, and you've got those scores.
I got them right here, but you know what? You're younger than I am, so I'm going to hand it over to you, and you can just see who gets the prizes rather than me, because I got my favorites in here, and hell, I'd be picking the smallest deer just because I like the guy.
Right.
You know, I like them all. They're really good. You know, I just want to, my hat's off to all these people that brought them in, and they're all pretty good sized deer. I just want to talk on two of them real quick, and we'll announce the winner. But R.J. Lewis scored 142. He had a
big 13
point, right? And he got that up in Paris. Wow. And it's a legitimate one. And the other one was Tony Bowman. He got a 13 point.
Jeez,
he scored 137.75. So those two are right there close to each other. I know everybody should be a winner, but you know, I just wished everybody could be. And then the smallest deer would be Shane Geester. He scored 38.5. I don't know why he brought it in. No, I'm just teasing, folks. He did. And the other smallest one in the world was Levi Mail, 6 point. He scored 67.34. That's pretty good for 6 point, isn't it?
It's up there. Anything when you get the double, the 10 for each side. If you've got a 6 and it's over 60, that's what you're looking for, is to get each one.
But here's another case. Trent Livermore, you know him.
Oh yeah. His 6 point looked like a moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He scored 84.25.
Yeah. You're not going to get that out of a 6 point. That's going to be the top. That would be the top 6 point. Those numbers are 8 point, 10 point numbers.
Right. And then 10 point. There's one there. Vanderhoof. Matthew Vanderhoof. He scored 107.5. But we'll take our time. And we'll get the winners here. But just pretty good sized deers. There's an 8 point, scored 73. Seth Klein had a nice 11 point, 92.5.
Yep.
But, you know, I mean, they were right in there. We really appreciate all these people bringing. Scott Mitchell had a nice 8.98. What would you score? What is a real nice score? Not 100?
Well, as your points go up, you know, you're looking at every time you get one in here, if it's a 6 and you're in the 60s, you know, you're an 8, you're above the 80s. I mean, you're trying to get into that 10 points per horn as you go up through the scores. But sometimes when you get the spread and you get some other ones, you're going to get some added points in that average. Where see how that 13 is a 137. You kind of go with the very first, and that's where this is that 142. I mean that's a huge deer.
Yeah,
that
was. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, that's a monster.
Lordy, did you see it, Joe?
No. You get anything above a 12 point, and you're.
That buck was the talk of the town for a while. A lot of people in that whole stretch had it on camera. I heard about it for a while, and then when he finally shot it, everybody was like, "Oh."
Who shot it?
R.J. Lewis.
R.J. Lewis.
I did see that.
Right there by the river. That buck was on both sides of the river, spread up and down a few miles of that river. A lot of people were talking about it.
How does a deer get that big, Shane?
They looked for it. I know for a fact some people that hunted that buck for the last couple years, you know, and that buck was no mistaken. Everybody knew how it was. Wow. But they get on that creek bottom a lot of times through that stretch, and they can hide and hunker down, and they can make it through. There's a lot of thick area through there that they can hide on. So you got Paris Swamp that's pretty thick, so they can hide in there.
There's a question for Casey, not that he's the DNR guy, but close to it. I put him in the same category. He's got a badge.
Sure.
Is poaching down?
You know, we still get the phone calls, but remember when we were younger, you went out shining. I mean, that was something we just did.
I don't see that much anymore.
And you know, there's certain times of the year that you can't, because we used to get that when I was on the road. We would go around, somebody would call for shining deer.
Month of November, right?
Yeah.
Shining month of November.
Right. But we used to do it as young as we were out in September, October, even you were looking for anything.
Right.
We don't even really get those calls much anymore.
Right.
Usually the poaching calls that we get now, with so many deer out there, that most people don't know the seasons, what they're taking, what they're not. But you know, we'll get the gunshots at night calls, but a lot of them aren't poaching; they're just out messing around. But,
right.
Yeah. So I would say the poaching actual complaints are down. I don't know if the poaching is down, but the complaints of them are.
What I do is, I shot one the other night. It was about 10 o'clock at night, but it was a full moon, so it was daylight to me. And the neighbors called and said, Pat, did you hear that gunshot? And I said, no, my wife's shooting firecrackers off. So that's what we do. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back with Casey, Sean, and we got guest Joe Bayshaw.
Right.
He was nice enough
Gang's
to bring
all
us
here.
the list out here. All right, we'll be right back. It's snowing outside, Bob.
Yeah, I see that. Curry's Hot Stove League on B1039.
This is Alec Gary of Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes in Big Rapids and Barrington. I believe what sets Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes apart from everyone else is our commitment to service excellence. When a family calls, we are there before, during, and after the funeral experience. I want you to be able to trust calling us. You know, we're here to guidance and counsel each and every single family to each and every single need. And we just feel like the commitment to families, especially ones that put their care and trust in us, we are going to go above and beyond to do anything we can to help a family during their time of loss. This is Alec Gary, a legacy of service, a promise of care with Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes, located in Big Rapids and in Barrington.
It's snowing again. And the last thing you want is to have to deal with that old clunky snowblower that might not even start. Or perhaps you've been told that shoveling is not a very good idea for you. Well, wouldn't you like to have the peace of mind knowing that your driveway and walks will be taken care of? M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing wants to give you that peace of mind. No matter how long or short your driveway is, M&M can take care of it. If you just want snow plowing and walk shoveling, or if you like the full treatment with a layer of salt, they can do that as well. If you're a business owner, you know that an unplowed parking lot means lost revenue. Let M&M take care of it before your doors open. Remember, customers on the plow list get first priority when the snow comes. All it takes is a phone call to M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing, 231-796-4956. When winter rears its ugly head, and it will, take comfort that M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing is here to serve you. Come say cheers at Zott's Bar and Grill in Big Rapids. Great food, great prices, and great people, where everybody knows your name. Zott's, people's choice for best soup. You don't want to miss their award-winning burgers and chili as well. Originally opened in 1933 and serving it up ever since. Seasonal beers on tap. Located at 732 North State Street in Big Rapids. Roxanne and Doug at Zott's Bar and Grill are proud sponsors of the Signature Player of the Week for the Curries Hot Stove League every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m.
Hi, this is Pat Curry. We're right here with Brian Miller at 1039. We talk about what's happening with sports in Big Rapids. Well, we got a new sponsor. None other than the Great Body Shop right on Maple Street, east of the bridge in Big Rapids, Michigan. It's called M&M Collision Center. They're celebrating 30 years of trusted, top-quality auto body repair and remains the name you can trust. Whether you have a major collision repair or a minor fender bender, our award-winning team has you covered. With free loaners and vehicle detailing with every repair. They work with all insurance companies and treat every vehicle like it's one of their own. From auto body repairs to supporting local community organizations, giving back to the community is part of who they are. Come and see Matt and Devin and Trish and Justin. Just a great group of people there. Come and see why Big Rapids trust M&M Collision Center of Big Rapids, where quality and community come together.
When was the last time you checked your tires? At Big Rapids Tire, they know how important it is to keep your ride smooth, safe, and reliable. Whether you're cruising down the highway or navigating tough weather, a fresh set of tires ensures you're ready for anything. Their expert team will help you find the perfect tires for your car and get you back on the road with confidence. Brakes, alignments, struts, and shocks, they do those as well. Don't wait for a blowout, or worse, visit Big Rapids Tire for unbeatable prices, quality, and peace of mind. Big Rapids Tire, Northland Drive, just north of town.
Hooked at Curry.
Hey, I want to tell you something. Their sandwiches are incredible. But get the cheeseburger with caramelized onions. You won't ask where the beef is.
Good morning, everybody at 1039 listeners. First-time listeners out there, I hope you've enjoyed the show today. Long-time listeners, well, you know it's always a good show here at Sports Center. We're talking buck pole this morning with Casey Nemeth, the Undersheriff of Mecosta County, and Sean Cassidy with Cassidy Deer Processing. And he's a big supporter and a coach for wrestling youth here. I asked him earlier who started the program. I think he was very instrumental, and he said Repke, you said?
Yep, Monica Repke. She's still our heart and soul behind it. She's been around the program for years now. We're talking in 20-some years she's been behind the program. So she knows the ropes, the ins and outs.
Yeah.
And so she's always a phone call away anytime we need anything.
You know, you got gals wrestling now, too, and we'll get back to the buck pole. But every time I think of a girl wrestling, you know who I think of? Kathy Myers.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Kathy?
Yep.
Was Fred and Mary's daughter.
Yep.
She wrestled. She's the
actually-
first one I remember. Did you want to say something, Joe? Go ahead.
She was Kathy, because my boys
She
all
was,
wrestled
yeah.
back then.
Yeah, I wrestled with Brad back in the day.
And
yeah.
she could beat most of the boys. I was trying to think who she beat.
Probably Sean Cassidy.
I'm telling you, and she was aggressive. And Fred was kind of a more passive. And if you would just get some of that fire that
Right.
Kathy's got,
Right.
you could be really good.
Yeah.
So a little bit about the girls wrestling.
Yeah.
I'll touch base with that because it is the fastest growing sport, high school sport right now.
Wow.
Is girls wrestling. Big Rapids has actually got a number of girls on their team that are going to start doing the all girls wrestling tournaments that started out now. So we've gone a long ways with it. We got some real big names in the wrestling program for our girls. Actually, a few of them are starting lineups on the varsity boys team. We got, my daughter Megan, she's going to be right around that 106. Aaliyah Langell, who is a tank and a monster when you talk about aggressiveness, and she's going to do some real good stuff. Dari, I know she's been putting a lot of time in, and she's wrestling in that 120-ish weight class. So we've got like 5 or 6 girls that are going to be standouts this year for our Big Rapids program, which is huge. And going to grow from here on out. We got a lot of 8th graders that are coming up, girl wrestlers. So with the colleges bringing this on, it's an opportunity for a lot of our girls that want to go to college and maybe do something with wrestling in college, or maybe help with their sponsorships and getting some of this college paid for. It's a great opportunity for the girl wrestlers. There's a lot going on.
Why do girls wrestle? Why would? I mean, I know boys. It's in their hormones. You know, they want to go out and be toughy boys and kick some butt. But a girl, a pretty docile lady, you know, she don't want to wrestle. But you got some of these girls out there that are pretty good-looking girls too. I mean, they're not homely girls. I'm sure your daughter's a pretty thing, and being her mother was or is. But you know, why is that? Is it because their parents wrestled?
I don't know if it's so much because I like I'm going to use Aaliyah Langell. She, neither one of her parents wrestled. She did something that she was a cheerleader and decided she wanted to try wrestling. I think a lot of it has to come with the amount of conditioning and the body change and the growth and the strength. And it really helps them out feeling better for everybody themselves. You know, the confidence level when you can go out there and wrestle and come out of it, and it's the 5 days a week of practice and then the tournaments on the weekends. When you put all that together and what it does mentally, physically, changes your body, gives you that I can conquer anything in life. That's more what wrestling's about. So
Well, you touched on Langell. I tell you what, that's a big name when it comes to athletes anyway.
Yes.
I mean, you look at little Jack there. He plays football this year.
he plays
right?
football.
6'7".
He actually took first in states last year.
Wrestling?
And wrestling,
Oh,
first year
wow.
wrestler.
He's tough.
Yeah,
that
he's
kid can do everything.
very
his brother,
athletic.
his brother's in high school. He's going to be a
Yep.
senior next year. He's one of our better football players.
Yeah, he's going to be a
Dan.
standout next year for sure. He, I mean, that Wildcat that the high school ran, you know, with Dan Langell coming in there, everybody knew it was coming, but very hardly anybody could stop it. So Danny's
Stop
very
what?
that Wildcat formation. You know, we're
Oh.
4th and short. They bring Dan Langell in, put him in as quarterback, and they run that
Oh,
Wildcat.
I know it. Yeah,
it's hard to stop that.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah, he's a real good athlete. Wrestles here and there. He did a little bit last year. He's still undecided if he wants to wrestle this year. I think he's going to focus on a little bit of football because that's.
Well, I think
what
he's focused on working too. You know, I'll tell you about them kind of people like that, and that's what built America. He played football on Friday night, Saturday morning. He's up at 6 o'clock going out to Menards or Lowe's, wherever he works out there. You know, his dad, I don't know his dad that well, but I know his grandpa real well, and they're just really good American people.
They
and
are.
I commend him. I see him a lot. I think the world of Dan. I wish I could pay him more minimum wage to work for me, you know, but being an old man like me, I'm out of the business. I shouldn't have said that. But I like Dan. I like Lingells. I think we need more Lingells in this world. be a better world. But so there you go, Langels. You know what Curry's think of you guys. Thanks for being who you are, and thanks for being a great parent. I know his dad's part of the program at
He does a lot
youth
of
football
programs.
Yeah.
He's they're a real good family. Real good family.
They are kind of like the Cassidys, huh?
Yeah, we try to help out when we can.
Well,
so.
you do a lot. What would you be doing if you weren't? Would you be smoking weed on the couch?
Yeah, actually, I'd probably be traveling like Florida or something right now if I wasn't doing that.
Right, yeah, because you work asphalt, right?
Yeah, yep.
Reith and Riley.
Yeah, been doing it for 26 years for that. So.
You know, I always like to talk about people that have bettered themselves in life, and one is Cody Park.
Yeah.
You know, he lives out there by my son Adam. I've known him since he was a little kid. Of course, I'm that old. I knew his dad real well. And,
Yep.
And the whole Park family, of course, they speak for themselves, that family, but they're just great people. But Cody, he take the helm out there at Reith and Riley now, right?
Yes, he has. He stepped in for Chad Waldo. Took over his position. He's got a lot on his plate now. And the greatest thing about watching Cody Park and the way he took over that program is he still comes out and sees the guys all the time.
Oh yeah, I
he's
see
part
him
of
all
the
the
crew.
time.
He's a real good people person.
Yeah.
And I got a great opportunity. I'm training both of his boys in wrestling right now, so that's huge. So.
Yeah. But the reason I say that, folks, is because there's a guy that went on the ground floor of Reith and Riley, and at the age of, I don't know if he's 40, is he?
No, he's mid-30s, upper 30s.
Yeah, well, close to 40. I'm
Yeah.
not too far off. But anyway, and look where he's at. So it's possible.
It is.
You know, that's the American dream, and he just reached the pinnacle of it. You know, so these kids that say, "Oh, I can't do that," that's BS, man. You can look at you. You've done really well. I mean, you got your own business, and you work hard, and you're a good example of somebody that came from the blue collar neighborhood and done real well.
Yeah.
But I commend you for that. But anyway, being that said, Casey and I and Sean and Joe were just talking about when we were taking a break there, thanking our sponsors, which are the funeral home. Which one again, Bob?
Daggett Gilbert.
There you go. Good. You remembered. I knew who it was. I just want to know if you did.
Keep him on his toes.
And then Big Rapids Tire, Andrew down there, and Zots Bar and Grill, right? Anybody else on here? M&M Collision? Yeah, I think so. M&M Collision, yeah. But anyway, we were talking.
And
Sean's on the banner at the station as a donor, and he's always been very giving to the community, let alone the buck pole. And we're going to draw a winner out of these guys. Casey's going to do it in a minute, or maybe already has it.
Yeah, we've got the winner. We've got Well, I've got all the winners for the 4, 6, 8, 10, the 2 10 points, the odd drawing, and then we're going to give that deer blind that Cassie's. But I did get contact back from Braden, our first draw, ready to go on the air. So give him a call back. We'll get that one done.
Okay, good.
This is the number one draw guy from the red ticket, the 3-gun one from the counter. He's got first choice, then Julie, then Bree. So he sent me a message, said he's got his phone with him now.
Oh,
Braden?
yep.
Yep, you're on the air on B1039 with Pat and Casey Demon. And
Awesome.
Hey, Braden, I want to let you know you were the first one pulled out of the 3-gun drawing this morning. You've got first choice of whether it was going to be that Winchester SXP Shadow 12-gauge pump, the AR-style Hominy hybrid, and then the Savage Axis 2 6.5 Creedmoor. Just so I got it, is your last name Boiler?
Boiler.
Boiler, got it.
Oyler, yep.
Yeah, and I got your phone number here, so it's good. What are you thinking? What's your first choice, big winner?
I think I'm going to go with the Savage Axis 2.
I got you. I will put your name right next to it. And how that works, Braden, I left you my phone number. What we'll do is you'll come out and basically fill out all the federal paperwork for it, but don't pay for it. It's just the same purchasing process transfer, but you just don't have to pay any money. So it's a good part about winning. So yeah, out of the 1 out of 2, what do we have, like 200 and something that was tickets in there. So I'm not sure how many you put in there, Braden, but it's always good to be lucky.
I only put 2.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
It takes one to win.
What drew you into Curries? What brought you in? Do you come in a lot?
Yeah, I go in there between going to my father-in-law's house and heading home. I stop there pretty often, and then every morning going out hunting or coming back from hunting, I'd say we stop there. So
Why do you stop there? I just was curious. What is it? Because of me, or
Oh, yeah.
prices on the
Most
same?
definitely. That's what it is. Yep.
That's what I thought. And that's why I kind of thought I could play this game a little bit. Do you like our sandwiches then?
I do. I'm a fan of them.
Yep. See, I knew that too, but I didn't know that for sure. But I just wanted to verify that.
I'm not sure who made the soup yesterday, but my
Good.
Lord.
Was it?
Yeah, that was awesome.
No.
But Braden, I'm glad to have you on the phone here. What I'll do is, like I said, I've got your number, and we've texted back that we're good. So let's touch base here later today, and we'll get that taken care of.
All right.
All right, you have a great day.
See, it pays to go to Curry's. We should do an ad with him on that,
Yeah.
Bob. You
That was
recorded
kind
that,
of like
right?
a free commercial, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was a darn good one. I deserve
Yeah.
it once in a while,
There
don't
you
I, Bobby?
go. Well, we give it
Quarter
that,
to
you
10,
know?
yeah. That's a good ad.
Yeah,
So-
we'll wait for we'll see if Julie calls us back. Then
Yeah.
I'll probably send her a text in when in the next chance I get to see if she'll do it, because we got Bree ready. We're just waiting on Julie. We'll do that. But let's talk about some winners for the buck pole who brought him in. And we've just talked off air that I tell people all the time: if you get a 4, you get a 6, you get these smaller deer, bring them in, because you might be the only one. You never know. And
Talk about that, Casey.
I did. I've said it for 2 years. That people are like, well, I don't want to bring my 4-point in because it's not a big deer. Well, remember, last year we changed it because we would score them, and people would be like, well, I can't beat that. I don't want to bring my deer in.
Right.
So then we made the categories of 4, 6, 8, 10, and then an odd drawing. Any deer brought in, we're going to draw somebody's name out of that for that one. And we did that for 2 with Sean's deer blind giveaway that we had in here too. So with the guns, the 4-point that got brought in was Shane Geister. He brought in a 4-point, and you know how you win if you win a one-man race is that's
Pretty much.
yeah.
Nothing. We're not knocking you.
No, but he wins the smart one.
God,
gonna
he gets a gun, right?
He gets a gun for being smart enough to bring in a 4-point in. So he's got one. The 6-point, which and again his 4-point came in at 38.5, which is 4 points.
About as low as you can get it. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's right around because 4.
Is that legal, Casey? You're an officer. I mean,
yeah, I
you're gonna go pick him up after we're done with the show today.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at his tine length of 14.5, so he's all right with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
and,
wasn't sure if you're gonna pick him up after the show. That'd be a darn thing.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, really.
So our 6-point came into the moose that Trent Livermore from actually my department, Lieutenant Livermore. He brought in a 6-point, and he'd been filming this thing. This thing was huge. It scored out at an 84.25, and that's right up there in like almost like an 8 or a 10-point score. I mean, it could be a smaller 10-point. It was a big 6-point, and that came in. Its main beams were like 18.5 and 20 and 34. It was just an inside spread was 18 on a 6-point. You just don't see that. So that one's going to be a winner for the 6-point. The 8-point, we scored that out. And if you look at that one with a score of 102.5, he beat the next one in line. Scott brought one in with a 98.5, but that 102.5 for Chad Hillard, he's going to be the 8-point gun winner. And then we step up to the biggest deer, the 2, anything above a 10. There's 2 prizes. There's a gun prize, and then there's the shoulder mount prize that we've got our sponsor that gives that out every year.
Woodland
gives that out. That's a full shoulder mount.
Jeff Tyson.
Yep, and that's got to be $1,000.
Oh yeah,
easy.
And he is busy. I wanted to have him come on earlier in the season here, and give him a little plug there. And he said, "Pat, I'm so busy right now. He said, I really don't have time." That's good. That's good news, isn't it, Woodland?
Yeah. Well, so it's either the gun, which is one of the guns that he can pick, and we'll assign the guns to the winners here as we go. But it's R.J. Lewis who's got the biggest. I mean, he's this one here. If you score it out for R.J., it's just a monster at 142. It's a 13-point. We talked about it. Everybody was talking about that one. It was just awesome. But it takes nothing away from Tony's. Tony Bowman, he's got the 137.75. That was a 13-point, and that was a big deer too. So it's got you've got 2 big deer. So what's RJ's going to do is he's going to have the choice of either the gun or the mount. Okay. And then Tony can pick. He'll get either the mount or the gun, whichever RJ doesn't do.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to do it because like last year or the year before, we had that guy from Detroit, and he was too far down there to come up to get the mount, so he traded the gun. Of course, the guy got the mount was more excited about the mount than he was the gun. I guess everybody gets excited about the mount, though, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, normal people don't get. You don't get too many shoulder mounts done unless you've got some quality deer to do this with. So that 113, you'd have to shoulder mount that 13. That thing was so big.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have
Think
to
he
get it.
still has it though? I mean, the head for the shoulder mount.
Well,
what do you think?
It's probably already at I'm sure it's at a taxidermy someplace.
Yeah.
Okay.
At this point.
I would think
Well, you
that
missed
deer
out.
might not be his one that he gets done, or they do mix and match, so he might be able to put it on there. Our oddball is just the odd drawing. Everybody that brought in a deer out of the 22 guys that brought in deer, anybody's in this drawing. We just drew one name out of there, and that was Randy Martini. He had, which is funny because he had a 7-point, which was odd. So
Right,
he was the
that's
odd winner was Randy Martini. So he's going to win a gun. So we're going to contact him and find out which one. We'll assign one of those guns out of that package again, and I'll read those off again. And then the last one we had was for Sean, for the deer blind. For him, that was Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson ended up winning that because he was the very first guy to bring one in.
Oh wow!
So that was how that worked.
Yeah.
So we're good with those winners. And again, those guys, once we contact them, we get their name. It's the same program when they just come to our store, basically with the photo ID. We process the gun, and they don't have to pay. It's just the federal paperwork that has to be done, and we get those guns out to them. And I can't stress. I mean, 5 guns and a shoulder mount and a deer blind were all given away out of 22 people. I mean, so you're looking at 8 prizes out of 22 people. That's all. You have a really good shot at winning something.
I know it. How about you want to call RJ and ask him if he wants to shoulder the gun?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, there's his number.
Yeah, that would be the number, Bob.
Joe, you got a what?
I got to go drive bus.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks for bringing that out.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, you say it was down a little bit, though, the deer, huh?
Yeah, the deer numbers were down for people. I got a lot of camps up in my area. I'm up in the Hersey area.
Right.
And I take care of a lot of camps up that way. And I talk to a lot of them. A lot of them stop in just to see the deer and talk when they're in town. It was a widespread of.
You got somebody in our phone.
All right, let's go, Casey.
Hey, go ahead, Bob.
You're on the air on B1039. And with Pat Curry and Casey Nemeth.
Hey, is this RJ?
Yes, it is, gentlemen. How are we doing today?
Hey, we're just wondering if your back hurts from carrying that deer around.
Man, I'm still sore.
Yeah, I
I'm
bet.
still sore.
Well, I can tell you what we did is as we scored that was the largest 10-point and above. So you are the grand prize winner, and you have a choice. We give away a full shoulder mount from Woodland.
Okay.
Or you can pick and choose out of the weapons of choice. You've got a Mossberg Patriot Predator Strata 450 Bushmaster, Diamondback Carbon DB15 rifle, the AR style. You've got a Winchester XPR 6.5 Creedmoor. You've got a Pointer Acris 12 gauge over and under with 5 competition chokes, and then a Howa M1500 Game Pro 243.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a hard choice to make, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Probably your top one. It really would go with what you don't have. If you don't have one of those, if you want to, pick one that's not the one.
Well, I've already been down and seen Jeff at Woodland, the taxidermy there.
Yep.
So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the shoulder mount.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I bet that's gonna be buy like 4 or 5 extra screws so you can put that in the drywall, because that's gonna be a heavy mount.
Oh, my wife will be really excited about me putting real heavy screws in the wall. She already yelled at me for doing that on the other one. So I'm excited. Yeah, no, that's what I would love. Thank you, guys.
You bet.
Well, I got a couple questions for you. One is, how long have you been seeing that buck?
That is a 6.5-year-old deer. Kind of a local legend. A lot of people have seen him. I've never seen him in person. My wife has seen him in the field. I've never seen him in person, but I knew he was there.
Wow.
But yeah, oh man, yeah, he's a 6.5-year-old local legend, and just absolutely I've been to Kansas, I've been to Iowa, I've been to Missouri, and hunting in all those big buck states, and I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Well, you think he's got some sons out there they're going to follow?
I hope so. I really, really hope so. I know so. There's a couple of these dandies running around, so
yeah.
I'm hoping that he. I'm hoping he. I know he did.
Yeah.
I know he was the king of the forest for sure.
What? Just share with us, what sanctuary did you get that out of?
Yeah. I've been hearing that a lot lately.
I bet you.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. Did you shoot that eye fence? And I'm like, I'm actually honored that somebody would think that buck would come from an eye fence because how big it is.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, but you got it up north there, huh?
What's that? I'm sorry?
You got it up north in Green Township in Paris area?
I got it in the northern part of McCost County. Yep,
yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah, well, yep. we won't ask you exactly what section, but you can allude to that. You used to live up there, right? You don't live around here now, do you?
Oh yes, I bought my parents' home.
Oh, you did.
Ago.
I knew your dad real well back in the day.
And so I'm living in my childhood home on right on the river.
Sean?
So RJ, I got a question for you, RJ.
I'm as local as it gets now. I've been back in the area for about 10 years. And
wow, you retired or what?
15. What's that? I'm sorry?
What did you end up doing? Where did you go? Because I remember when you wrestled in high school, didn't you?
We're getting ready to go with this, RJ. I don't know if you remember me or not, but I'm Sean Cassidy. I run the youth program for wrestling here in Big Rapids. And I remember you wrestling back when you were in school.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I wrestled here in Big Rapids, played football in Big Rapids.
Yep.
And when I went to Grand Rapids for some years, and I had the opportunity to purchase my parents' home because they were going to Florida, and I was like, I want to go back home.
Well, I got an opportunity. If you ever want to step up into that wrestling room and work out with some of them youth programs, I know some of them would love to see a No Legend come back to the area. We got practice up at the high school from 6 to 8 every night, Monday through Friday. So anytime you want to knock off some dust on them wrestling shoes and come up and work with some of the youth, you're free to come up anytime you want.
I know right where they're at. They're in my room downstairs. I can put them things on, and I'd love to come up there. I might be a little crackly these days, but
that's all right.
What year did you graduate in?
1995.
Yeah, I remember you playing. You were a pretty good ball player.
Yes, he was.
You're a pretty good sized boy, ain't you?
Yeah, I did all right. I got to play with the legend Larry Schubert. We were all captains my senior year on the football team. I was a linebacker. I'm only 5'7", but I'm wide.
I remember you. Tougher than hell. Oh, Larry Schubert, he just lost his uncle Randy here this last week. We kind of did a memorial with Brad Brew yesterday on the radio, and I was telling his kids, one of them the other night there, and I was telling Larry's probably the best fullback Big Rapids ever had, isn't he?
Oh, 100%. Yep, and I was the fullback until he decided he wanted to be a running back, and then I had to step away because he was the man.
He was
the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, I got the block for him, and a couple of my buddies got the block for him, and it was a true joy to watch that man run the football.
Yeah. RJ, a lot of people initialized their names because they couldn't pronounce your name or you were embarrassed by it. What's the RJ stand for? I never knew your name.
Russell John.
Russell John. So we'll start
named after both of my grandparents or grandfathers.
Well, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Well, Russell's a powerful name, no wonder. But, so did you have kids then? Are you married?
I am married to Alicia Merrick, and yes, I am married. I have two boys. My oldest son is a lineman, and he's in his apprenticeship as a lineman over in the east side of the state. I'm super proud of him. He's doing great things there. And then my youngest is a college athlete. He's a freshman at Aquinas College. He's got a full ride scholarship for pole vault. He's a phenomenal pole vaulter, and actually this weekend he gets to compete against Michigan State, all the big boys here in Michigan. He earned the #1 spot on the college team as a freshman. He beat out all the seniors and juniors, and he's the #1 pole vaulter on his college team. And this Friday I get to go watch him down at Grand Valley compete with the big boys.
Where'd your kids go to school?
Kanawha Hills in Walker, just on the north end of Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
So they both went to Kanawha Hills. Yep, my son was a 3-time All-State pole vaulter, and just really cool. I never pole vaulted or anything. Both those guys decided to do it, and he took it to a new level. So helps Dad not have to pay for college too. It's kind of nice.
Right. Yeah.
Real
No
nice.
kidding. Well, one more thing before we leave you. What's the secret to being successful as a parent? We know you're already successful as a worker and what have you in life, and husband, obviously, but what's the secret? What would you tell a guy that's raising a family right now, how to get 2 kids like you got out there?
Just always be there for them. Help them understand that mistakes will happen. Always look into God. God will always take you in the right direction, and always do the right thing. We all know what the right thing is. Do the right thing. Be at the right place at the right time, and always doing the right things.
Did you ever have to? Did you have to remind them, or did they just get that from your mentoring them as they got older? I just was curious.
I think that we all have to go through things, and I guarantee that my boys, had to make some decisions, and sometimes it wasn't always the right one, but they always, it really, honestly, you've got me speechless, because I think about that all the time, and they really have just taken over, and they actually are just wonderful men, and they've made the decisions on their own, but by example, I suppose. I hope that they've taken good things from what I've done.
Yeah, there you go. I like that, what you said. Take it on, find yourself, because you're the one's got to be accountable for it. So, well, good talking to you. I love stories of life, and I love successful parents, and that's with the future of America. I sit here with 2 guys in the studio right now that I admire what they've done with their children too, and we just got to know that secret. Somebody out there might be listening and saying, hey, maybe I ought to be more like R.J. Lewis. All right, well, God bless you, and thank you, and I'm glad you won the deer thing. I think the world of your family. I remember your dad well, and he done a good job raising you. Bob, we'll take a break, and we'll finish this off. Right, R.J.?
Thank you, guys. Love you. God bless you, and have a great day.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. It's B1039 WVZX Big Rapids, back as we wrap up Curry's Hot Stove League in a moment.
Hi, this is meteorologist Morris Langworthy with your B1039 weather. But first, let me tell you about Johnson's Automotive. They serve the Big Rapids and Mount Pleasant areas. Working on all makes and models, there isn't anything they can't do. Anything the dealer does, they do it too. Big or small, they do it all. Johnson's Auto, BR.com for more details. And with single-digit nights in the forecast, remember to bundle up when outside. For today, expect snow showers, adding around an inch of snow with a high of 31. For tonight, a low of 8 degrees with scattered snow showers. Thursday, partly sunny with a high of 20. Thursday night, cloudy and a low of 5. We'll see Friday a chance for snow at 27, Saturday cloudy and 30, and Sunday a chance for snow at 25 degrees. I'm Local First meteorologist Morris Langworthy for B1039, Big Rapids 80s, and more.
Come say cheers in Zott's Bar and Grill. Downtown Big Rapids. Great food, great prices, and great people. So come on down where everybody knows your name. Zott's Bar and Grill, the People's Choice Best Soup winner. The burgers are where it's at. Originally opened in 1933 with seasonal beers on tap. Located at 732 North State Street in Big Rapids. Zott's Bar and Grill is a proud sponsor of the Signature Player of the Week for the Hot Stove Sports League every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m.
It's snowing again. And the last thing you want is to have to deal with that old clunky snowblower that might not even start. Or perhaps you've been told that shoveling is not a very good idea for you. Well, wouldn't you like to have the peace of mind knowing that your driveway and walks will be taken care of? M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing wants to give you that peace of mind. No matter how long or short your driveway is, M&M can take care of it. If you just want snow plowing and walk shoveling, or if you like the full treatment with a layer of salt, they can do that as well. If you're a business owner, you know that an unplowed parking lot means lost revenue. Let M&M take care of it before your doors open. Remember, customers on the plow list get first priority when the snow comes. All it takes is a phone call to M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing, 231-796-4956. When winter rears its ugly head, and it will, take comfort that M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing is here to serve you.
This is Alec Gary of Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes in Big Rapids and Barrington. I believe what sets Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes apart from everyone else is our commitment to service excellence. When a family calls, we are there before, during, and after the funeral experience. I want you to be able to trust calling us. You know, we're here to guidance and counsel each and every single family to each and every single need. And we just feel like the commitment to families, especially ones that put their care and trust in us, we are going to go above and beyond to do anything we can to help a family during their time of loss. This is Alec Gary, a legacy of service, a promise of care with Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes, located in Big Rapids and in Barrington.
When was the last time you checked your tires? At Big Rapids Tire, they know how important it is to keep your ride smooth, safe, and reliable. Whether you're cruising down the highway or navigating tough weather, a fresh set of tires ensures you're ready for anything. Their expert team will help you find the perfect tires for your car and get you back on the road with confidence. Brakes, alignments, struts, and shocks, they do those as well. Don't wait for a blowout, or worse, visit Big Rapids Tire for unbeatable prices, quality, and peace of mind. Big Rapids Tire, Northland Drive, just north of town.
Hi, this is Pat Curry. We're right here with Brian Miller at 1039. We talk about what's happening with sports in Big Rapids. Well, we got a new sponsor. None other than the Great Body Shop right on Maple Street, east of the bridge in Big Rapids, Michigan. It's called M&M Collision Center. They're celebrating 30 years of trusted, top-quality auto body repair and remains the name you can trust. Whether you have a major collision repair or a minor fender bender, our award-winning team has you covered with free loaners and vehicle detailing with every repair. They work with all insurance companies and treat every vehicle like it's one of their own. From auto body repairs to supporting local community organizations, giving back to the community is part of who they are. Come and see Matt and Devin and Trish and Justin. Just a great group of people there. Come and see why Big Rapids trust M&M Collision Center of Big Rapids, where quality and community come together. All right, Bobby, we're back 103.9 here in Big Rapids with Bob Aldridge and Casey Nemeth and Sean Cassidy, myself, Pat Curry. The whole hour, I can't believe, well, it's over an hour now.
Yep.
Thank God Jen told me you can go as long as you have to. Bob doesn't like it, I don't think, though. He's over there smiling. But
yesterday was 11:30. I mean,
it's been very enjoyable today. It's been a quick hour, hasn't it? I thought we'd have to fill in by calling a couple coaches or something. And I do want to do that one of these days, Bob, but not today, obviously. Who do we got on the phone?
We got Kayla Dukes is on the phone, representative for Rocket Football. I contacted her this morning and I said, hey, guess what? And I told her all about the gun drawing that we did this month. Kayla, are you on the phone?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Casey.
Yeah, I got a hold of you this morning. I tried to get a hold of Monica, and you, like everyone else, everyone is so busy. And Monica's, I'm surprised. She has so much going on with school, with all the programs she's in. That's crazy that she does this. But I got a hold of you, and you and I talked. Again, what we did, this is the third year I think we did it, Pat. I think third year. We do a gun drawing raffle at the counter at Curries, and I sell them online. And we did tickets this year, and we chose My Way Wrestling and Rocket Football to be the two beneficiaries of the raffle. And I have in my possession that I'm going to turn over to Sean his $500 check for My Way Wrestling, but I have also a $500 check for Big Rapids Rocket Football. So we've got you on the phone. What for Rocket Football? How's it gonna help?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for choosing us. We're really appreciative. So Rocket football starts in July, actually, with flag football from 4 years old, and we go through the end of October all the way up to 8th graders once we get into the tackle season. We are one of the few programs in our conference that actually supplies all of the equipment for our players. We have anywhere between 200 to 300 football players from July to October, and that's a lot of equipment to maintain and condition. We also offer scholarships for those that, financially may need assistance to play. We don't like to turn kids away because of financial situations. So it will help tremendously with the scholarships and the equipment maintenance.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know it's going to help the wrestling guys. And it, like I said, even transportation, getting people from one place to another, not mind just equipment. You're talking about, waters and all kinds of stuff that can be used for it. When we picked Rocket football in my way, because I believe we're just trying to split it up with many sports as we can. We did Little League. I think we did hockey with the young guys that Ice Dogs program. So we're really happy that the community came in. They saw the posters that said what it was for. It was for the two groups, and they really kicked in. The public that came into Curries and the public that got a hold of me on the internet. We sold quite a few to allow us to go above and beyond the cost of the guns to give out $500 each to each group. So what I'll do, Kayla, is I will after the program here, I'll contact you, and then we'll find out a way that we can get that check to you. Either we'll throw it in the mail, or we'll meet up and we'll get that check to you for those kids that need it. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're so grateful for our community. I know they support us a lot. It's a completely volunteer-based program.
Right.
And it's very humbling and heartwarming to know how many people are there year after year to support the kids and further the program.
That's great.
Those kids have a lot of fun. I know my grandkids are playing in that Rocket football, and I tried to talk three of them, Owen and Harrison and Jack, into being cheerleaders, and they just wouldn't do it. They just wanted to be boys. And I said, there's nothing wrong being a cheerleader, man. You don't get hurt. You
They're
get to
way
see
too
the
fast
crowd.
to be cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? We have a lot of fun. But thank
They're
you,
great.
Kayla.
I have fun watching them. I know my son Reese, he's a big fan of Jack, and my youngest Dom, he loves Harrison and Owen. So I know they have a lot of fun out there. They build a lot of friendships. We work closely with the high school program. Most of the guys that you watched this year on the varsity team, they went through our Rocket program. We work closely with Coach Selzer and Coach Fricky so that our 3rd through 8th graders are learning the high school offense and just developing them into high school players. And hopefully they're getting a love for the game. It's a great brotherhood or sisterhood. We have several girls who play now. There's just nothing like it. There's nothing like playing football.
Wow, I couldn't have said it any better.
No.
You're awesome. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, you have a nice young man, and we just talked to R.J. Lewis. I don't know if you heard his interview, but he's very successful in life, but more importantly, he's a successful American dad. He's got 2 sons that are very, very successful in life right now at an early age. One's still in college, and you too and your husband have done a great job. My grandsons talk highly of Reese. We're going to hear his name a lot in high school because he's awful fast. I know that, and we got a lot of speed coming up on those. We need some big linemen though. We need Casey Nemeth linemen out there. And some of them bulls out there. Yeah. We're going to have a state championship team for sure. But
I think so too. I think we've got a lot of talent coming up, and that starts from the top down. I mean, if we didn't have the support of Coach Selzer and the varsity team, and we have several players who come down and help our Rocket football players during their practices.
I was impressed on Saturday morning to see that Dan Lengel out there coaching on Saturday morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock, and he played football the night before. That young man is really impressed to me. I've been impressed with him.
He's the best. No, he comes down to our practices every night after his own varsity practices, and I'm sure he's exhausted and he's sore, and he wants to be there to support the kids. I know the kids look up to him, and I can't wait to watch him play his senior year next year.
I know, I can't either. Really impressive. I said it earlier. He gets up on Saturday morning, goes to work out to Menards or one of those big places out Menards. There. Menards, yeah.
He's a hard worker. He's,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of talent there. There are a lot of those varsity kids that they show up on Saturday mornings, and when we have home games, after they've probably not gotten home till 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they wake up at 7 o'clock the next morning, and they come and they officiate and they announce at our Rocket football games.
Yeah.
And the kids, the youth kids, they look up to them so much. We're just, Bryce Stelzer, Cole Heist, Brody Stelzer, Danny Langell, Wyatt Skira, and Kirk Wilbur. I mean, they've done a lot. We're super fortunate to have a program that works so well from the top down, bottom up, high school youth.
Comes from good
It's
parenting.
awesome.
Comes from good parenting. Now I'm going to leave you with this. If you really want to be a hero to the Big Rapids community, you get a parking lot where people don't have to walk 2 miles or only one way into the high school, which I think Casey should work on. I'm going to ask him because we're going to take 5 minutes with Casey on security. Anybody knows that he does, but I'm telling you what, us old folks would love to see a parking lot on the west side of the football field, which we own, and go right out to the Menards Road, 220th, is that? 215th? Mm-hmm. There's no reason, and I cannot believe the public doesn't get out there and picket that high school for a parking lot out there. I'm being a little bit funny on this, but it's something seriously should be done out there on different egress.
Well, you get a lot more parents and grandparents that would be coming to games if it was a little easier to get to and from.
Yeah, I mean, we have a beautiful facility out there.
One of
Probably the
the
best
best
football field.
It's amazing.
And we all voted for it, but the one thing we lacked was vision on parking. And I mean, Reed City would love to have our football field because they have ample parking. But Big Rapids, we're going to work on that. We're talking to Pete Kent. He's the president for one more week. We'll see if we can get that done. But Casey, isn't it true for security reasons?
Well, it's you want to funnel your in and out. You want to be able to control who's in vision and traffic. Multiple entrances, multiple exits. You're going to have more chances of problems, and that's like anything else. Anything you set up, you want to, like a church or any of those things. You want to focus your vision and entrances and outs. So having two is going to raise that security issues, and that's when you have to balance.
But if you had to get out of there, if a truck came in there and blocked that one way in,
and that's where you balance it. You're going to balance your ins and outs compared to watching everybody come in, or can we get everybody out?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the limit there. And you've got to there's people that get paid money to evaluate and give you those ratios and figure out safety versus convenience, and it's somewhere in the middle.
I know something happened out there. I'd be the first one running.
And
I carry though. Can I carry out there? No.
Yeah. But I think we could cut. If most vehicles, we'd get across.
Oh yeah, we get across that field. That would be funnier now. Call Curries when you get stuck. But that being said, I know we're taking much of Bob's time there. We got to get going. Anything else, Casey? It's been a very successful.
No, I want to thank Kayla for running that with the Rocket program. That's an awesome program. I always tell the kids that when we hire new guys, we're interviewing them. One of our questions is team sports because, and Sheriff Miller, this is a huge thing. Like, we are a team. Our guys wear our names on our shirts. We're wearing a uniform. We're like one step off the field. He treats it that way. But when we ask new people if they've played a team sport, and it's not because of that, most people think it's if you ever relied on somebody else to get the job done. Have you worked with other people to get one single goal done? Organized, and that's a huge deal because when I can look over here at Pat, I'm like, he's got to do this, so I can do that. I got to do things for him. If it's that team concept, because if you don't have that in the workplace, so team sports is not just the kids are having fun. That's number one, they need to, but it really sets them up later in life of having that ability to do that. And Rocket football is where we started it before when Sean and I were talking. This was back when it was the orange, green, the white, green, blue, and
I think I played on the white team.
Yeah, and And we did that, and I coached the blue team, and that's how it started. And those kids, that's where you get that team in there. So, Kayla, I want to thank you for coming on, and I will get back with you, and we'll get that check to you. I want to thank Sean. I've got his check. Sean, here's the check for My Way Wrestling. That's for the $500.
We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll present that. And then, Kayla, yep, I'm going to have yours, and we'll get that to you. And thanks again for coming on.
We'll get a
Oh,
picture
Pat,
of everybody.
Casey, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the program. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Yep, thank you.
Thank
Yep.
you.
All right, well, we'll finish it off with this, Bob. We want to thank God for allowing us to be here today and the safety of them roads out there getting a little slick, so we better be careful. John, what's
Yeah, I got one more thing for our wrestling program. This Saturday, we have our varsity Cardinal invite up at the high school starting at 9 a.m. It's a team event. Lots of local teams coming into the area, so our Cardinals are going to battle it out and see if we can come home with a victory this weekend. That starts at 9 a.m., so please feel free to pack those stands, show your support, and watch the growth of that wrestling program take off. Now we added, we talked about Mike Selzer earlier. He has brought his team building into our wrestling room, and it's made a huge difference with Bruce Hoffman being our head coach for the last decade now. He's been in there for quite a while, bringing in some help now that the team is growing. The team chemistry is the best that I've ever seen it. Our kids are getting along. Our practices are huge. And we start our first dual meet in Cedar Springs tonight. So be on the lookout for that. Going down there in Grand Rapids area, competing there for our first duel. And then Saturday, we got our Cardinal invite. It's here in town, starting about 9 a.m., lasting until probably about 5 o'clock at night. So big, long day.
Busy.
So if you guys can come out and support our Cardinal varsity wrestling team, that'd be huge.
You know when the last time I went to a wrestling meet?
It's probably when I wrestled.
Yep, it was. I'd go watch you. That was fun, though. I should get back out there and watch it. You were a good little wrestler. I remember that.
It starts early on them Saturdays where you can pack your lunches and pack your families. You're in the bleachers a long day. It's
a long day.
Yeah, we got a lot of our youth program that signed up. They're going to go out and help, do our table help and tap the referees when the time is up. So we got our youth program starting to feed into our high school program. So it's been a blessing to have this all come together. And this $500 check, you guys, is huge. Number of kids that we have, facility-wise, it's getting hard. Yeah. It's getting hard to coach them kind of kids and those numbers. So we're going to have to make a decision and try to find a place that we can, host those. So that's huge. We really do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Well, good. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Bob, I did want to say before we finish off, the Elks is having a craft show tonight.
Okay.
I don't know what time it starts, probably 5, 6 o'clock, whatever. But the Elks Club right on Michigan Avenue, downtown Big Rapids, craft show. There'll be quite a few people in there. So if you're not doing nothing tonight, want to get out and get a little exercise, walk from table to table. A lot of crafts there, a lot of great people out there. So anyway, thanks, Casey, again for another great year into Buck Pole. And,
it's awesome.
God willing, we'll have it again next year. But like Casey said earlier, man, just bring your buck in. You got some great. The whole unit. We got some great prizes. I mean, Big Rapids should be proud of what you guys do. And
that's pretty much the only buck pole in our area that's out there. So hopefully everybody starts taking advantage of it and bringing it in and showing that support. And then I'm going to say Curries has got some of the best sandwiches around. I definitely stop in and get yourself a sandwich. So
I had the bacon cheeseburger yesterday and that soup. I brought it up again, but I don't know. It was potato. Porter. Well, something was potato, whatever. Yeah, and I'm telling you, that was I could have sold that for gold. I mean, that was good. That was the burgers are. And then I talked to Mackenzie about the tallow. You guys are cooking with tallow there. I mean, that makes the burger so much better.
Yeah, right.
It's just great. Yeah, absolutely.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, it changes the whole thing with your burgers. If they've got fresh ones in that hot container, you can't beat it. I was super happy yesterday.
Yeah, that Ivan, I got to mention him. He's a good young man. I didn't know him until he went to work for the girls there, but he's on time every day. Just a very impressive young man. Hard worker. It's hard to come by nowadays.
It's hard to come by.
I tell them guys that work hard for the boys that, I really appreciate it because back when I was young, everybody worked hard. Today it's not so much. But again, we won't repeat ourselves, but I am thankful. I really am for the great parents that we have out here in our community of Big Rapids. Because if you look at those athletes, they just weren't made. They were taught to be that way. Yeah. And God bless America, Bob. Anything else? All right. Well, thank you a lot, Jen and Dom, for letting us use the radio station on B1039. God bless America.
Wednesday morning sun is rising, and bright talking strong. High school tales and sports they bring. Life's a story and a song. College dreams and fields of green. Memories we all hold dear. Stories told in morning's glow. B1039 is here. Our stove leaves so full of cheer. Lively tunes for all to hear. Pat and Sheriff side by side. Life and sports we take the ride.
Brought to you by Big Rapids Tire, Zott's Bar and Grill, the Daggett Gilbert Funeral Homes, M&M Lawn Care and Snow Plowing, and M&M Collision Center.
B1039.
The Chippewa Hills Band Boosters Craft Show is happening Saturday, December 13th from 10 until 3 at Chippewa Hills High School. Just in time for the holidays, come browse and purchase from makers and sellers featuring wood decor, jewelry, live greenery, wreaths, 3D printing, and so many